Hey guys, this is Dan from Pixabyte. Today I'm here with Dave Carrigg from Retro Effect to talk about their upcoming game Snapshot. Thanks for taking the time to be here with us today, Dave.
Thanks for having us.
So, how would you describe Snapshot to someone who's never heard of the game before?
Snapshot is a puzzle platformer, much in the vein of Mario or those older school platformers, with a modern twist on it, in that you can take photographs of objects in the world, capture them in the photographs, and then paste the photographs back into the world, and all the objects will fall back out of the photos. So much in a way with, if you're familiar with Braid, how that is a platformer that deals with time mechanics. We're more of a platformer that deals with spatial mechanics.
Okay. Okay, yes, Braid, definitely a favorite. What originally gave you the idea to use photography as a puzzle-solving tool in Snapshot?
One of my coworkers, Pete, actually had a dream one night where he was being chased by a monster and had a disposable camera on him. And when he took a photo of it, as the flash went away, the monster was gone. And so in his dream, he had captured this monster in his camera. And the next morning, he basically went to Kyle and was like, "Hey, let's turn this into a game."
Wow, that's cool. In Snapshot, you play as Pick, a robot camera. Does Pick have any kind of backstory or ultimate goal throughout the game?
Yeah, Pick was developed by a scientist years and years ago, and the game opens with Pick turning on in this lab that looks like it's old and run down. And then he ventures out into the world unsure of what his purpose is. And partway through the game, you start to realize what you're doing with the photo mechanic and what Pick's original intentions were, um, which caused some turmoil.
Okay. Now, one question we were wondering about was, does the game save the snapshots you've taken throughout the levels on the game?
So as you're going through the levels, and you're taking photos, you have those photos in your inventory, right? That you can paste back in.
Okay.
In addition to that, in each of the levels, there are what we call gallery objects. And if you take photos of these objects and carry the photos to the end of the level, those photos are saved with your save game, and they're displayed back in the lobby areas. So as you're progressing through the game and finding these objects, the photos that you've taken of these gallery objects are all displayed for you, back in the lobby areas.
Okay, so that's kind of like a collectible then.
Exactly.
Okay. But would you have the ability to use previous snapshots in later levels to drop items?
We originally played with that idea where you would be able to take photos in some areas, carry them into other areas, and paste them back in. But as we were playtesting, there was a lot of confusion that was going on, and a lot of times players would actually get more frustrated with that idea than we liked. There would be a lot of, "Oh, I took a photo of this object here and I brought it to this other level and I pasted it there. And now when I go back to the original level, the object's not there because I moved it.
Okay.
And so now I'm confused about what to do here." And there's a lot of that going on. So we moved away from doing longer adventure style puzzles with like multiple screens where you're carrying things between them, into smaller, more concise puzzles.
Okay. Okay. So Snapshot has been in development for 3 years, correct?
Just about. Yep.
And it's being developed by a fairly small team.
Yep. There's myself, and I am the sole programmer on the project. Then there's Kyle Pulver, who is our environment artist as well as level designer, and he also does some scripting work for the game. And then there's Peter Jones, who is our animator, as well as he helps with design.
Okay, excellent. Do we have a release date for Snapshot, and what platforms should we expect to see it on?
The release date is going to be very soon. We haven't announced anything officially, but it'll be out before this summer
Okay.
for sure.
Okay.
And it'll be released on Steam for PC, as well as most likely on Linux and Mac as well. And then after that, we're planning a release on the PlayStation 3 sometime later this summer, as well as future consoles in addition to that.
Okay, great. Well, that's a quick look at Retro Effects' upcoming title, Snapshot. Dave, thanks for being here with us today.
Thank you.
This is Dan from Pixabyte. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.